video on Bitcoin. Bitcoin 2016 to 2017. So we talked about this particular year for decades, because in April 2016 a Bitcoin was worth £307 sterling. GBP, right? November 2017, a year and a half later, 18 months later, a Bitcoin, the same Bitcoin that was worth £307, which was about a week's wage in the UK, was worth £15,000. Anybody has had the chance, my age or whatever, for 30s, 40s, 50s, and upwards, has had the chance to buy Bitcoin for 300 quid. Only those people know why they did or did not buy Bitcoin. Some did and have made an absolute fortune, and some didn't and didn't make a fortune. No financial advisor in April 2016 would have said Bitcoin's the next biggest thing. Well, they may have done, but they wouldn't have done in 2010. And the people that made the money recently in the early part of 2021, around the first few months of 2021, when Bitcoin was £46,000 a Bitcoin. So the same Bitcoin that was worth £307 in April 2016, 5.5 years later, well, not just over 5 years after Bitcoin was worth £307 each, Bitcoin was worth, it's 5 years, 45 grand. It was worth 45 grand. No investment. I don't know, has there been a better investment than Bitcoin? But the thing is, people have got to start. The people that made the money in January or the early months of 2021 are those that bought. The people that made the most money are those that bought for 0.0053 pence back in 2010 and weren't tempted to sell when their investment they bought for less than a penny was valued at 15,000, and they just decided to sit on their hands and not sell, and wait. Those people, if they liquidated at £45,000 in January 2021 for 11-year investment, which is not a lot for people. Investors like to sit on investments for long term. 11 years is not really long term. So, and the people that will make even more money than the people that didn't sell in November-ish 2017 and that still refuse to sell, that bought in 2010 for less than a penny a Bitcoin, refuse to sell in 2017, November 2017, when it was £15,000 a Bitcoin, and they refused to sell in 2021 when it was £45,000 Bitcoin, and it's already at 36. It's only got another £9,000 to go, and it'll go back to where it was in January, which means that towards probably before, I reckon within a year it would have broken the £45,000, £46,000. People that are making the most money in Bitcoin haven't sold and are still sitting on the investment they had. in 2010, and I've refused to sell, and I've refused to get tempted. Now, if you're sitting on 100 Bitcoin, that's it. If you're sitting on one, it's less than a pound. It's less than 0. I can't even work out what 0.00053 pence is. What is it? It's not even. The naught is a penny, not a pound. So this is less than the Bitcoins. Well, there was about. I don't know how many was it? About 100 Bitcoins to a penny or something like that. It was like silly. I don't know what it is. Whatever it is, it's not the sum to do. If you can do it, either is how many. It's one. It's 1 penny divided by 0.00053, and whatever that comes up with is how many Bitcoins there were to a penny. Then you times that by a penny, times that by, say, 10p, times it by 10 for 10p, times it by 10 again for a pound, and then you times it by however much people invested in it at the time, and then you'll see just how much money in crypto there is. And the best it is, no one really knows how much there is in it. There's lots. And it's not even started, because we're at 18.5 million Bitcoin being mined, and there's only going to be 21 million, so there's only 2.5 million Bitcoin left to mine. That's it. And then it becomes digital gold, which is no more's being made, which means the price is just then going to go straight. So the people that haven't made any money yet and are still sitting on it, I reckon, are going to make. Well, there was a film back in the day called Bruce's Millions. Right? That's where we are now. We are. In the last 5 years, people have had the chance to buy Bitcoin. That's what it is. So Bitcoins is cars, effectively. If you're buying a brand new car with Bitcoin that you bought in 2010, the brand new cars cost you less than a penny. The Bitcoin sum, it's always fascinating, really, because it's just like, and it was all there, and we could have bought it, but I never bought it. I was trading Bitcoin in a practice account in 2017 when it went up, and I was trading it, short selling it on the way down in Bitcoin, in a practice account, Bitcoin, and others, Tron, Litecoin, Ethereum, all that, in trading account, practice trading account. I'll still be in that account now with all those trades that I made from that era. If it didn't go to lucky, you've got to be a profile now so you can go compete in the leaderboard. If the trading account I was in didn't go down that route, I'd still be in it now. And I'd be able to show the trades from that Bitcoin era that I made. But it's interesting times. This is that. When was the last time Bitcoin could even, if you think there's no need for international, like you got a travel exchange, yeah, from this currency to that currency. Bitcoin's global, which means you can, if you're spending Bitcoin, there's no currency transaction, is there? No currency exchange. It's like if I buy a domain name, it gives me, I have to pay a currency exchange rate, yeah? Dollars to pounds. But if I bought in Bitcoin, I wouldn't have to. Bitcoin's Bitcoin, yeah. I don't know. This is an uncharted territory in digital currency, cryptocurrency, digital assets, NFTs, domain names. Domain names. I've got a portfolio of domain names and it's got a figure of what they value it at. Let's just say if I could cash in the valuation that they value it at, I'd be doing okay. But I can't, they keep expiring. Can't afford to renew them. But there we go, that's digital assets. All good fun. But there's people now that still use a cash machine. There ain't gonna be, cash machines are going to be like phone boxes. Yeah? You can't find them. No one needs a cash machine. No one needs cash. People just pay with a card. And the card can be Bitcoin. But then again, all good fun. Adios.